So what was the craziest stunt you pulled off?
The scariest one for me was probably when I went to jail in Egypt for climbing the pyramids of Giza. Only because I was in Egyptian jail.
Got that first one, then you'll see.
Gaining traction.
Yeah.
Now I'm uploading on the For You page on Instagram and not to my page.
Oh, you could do that?
Yeah.
Oh, did that just come out?
Nobody knows this, so I hate saying this.
Welcome back to the Digital Social Hour, guys. I'm your host, Sean Kelly. Got a great guest for you guys today, Kinsey.
Hi, guys. How are you? Thanks for having me on. I'm super excited.
Absolutely. What's been on your mind lately?
Nothing much. I'm here in Vegas for you today, and it is so hot. I can't get used to this. Yeah. I honestly miss LA a little bit.
LA's got nice weather. I'll give it that.
Not this year, though.
Oh, really?
The weather was so bad. Rainy every single day. It was worse than like Seattle this year.
Wow. I actually like rain, but every day I could see how that would get annoying.
Yeah. It was just like cloudy, gloomy. I can see why people get really depressed in that weather because it's like you can't. And I like to go outside. So I'm such a nature person. So it was so depressing. So
you like LA because I hear mixed things about it. What's been your experience with it over the years?
Yeah, I go in and out. I think LA can be a really toxic place, but it's whatever you make it. I feel like no matter where you're at in the world, if you have a good community around you, you can make it a beautiful place. So for me, I don't go to clubs. I'm not in the scene at all. Like me and my friends do beach volleyball tournaments or barbecues at my house. Like we're such grandmas. So I have that group of friends. So for me, it's the best place in the world because the weather's nice. I have amazing friends. I've got the beach. It's all there for me. So it's nice. My family's close.
That's good. Sounds pretty wholesome. I know you gave up drinking at 21, which is super rare. What led you to that decision?
So I can't say I'm completely sober because I'll still here and there have like a drink to be social. Right. But I can't tell you last time I was drunk, and I don't value alcohol only because I think with my lifestyle, like I own businesses, I'm constantly going, and I live such a healthy life that those don't really collide. Right. Like I truly believe alcohol is poison. Like the way you feel after, like it's just. If I'm not going to eat anything unnatural, why would I put alcohol in my body? So, and I feel like the weekends for me after a crazy work week, like I want to be outside with my friends, like doing adventures, traveling. Like I value that so much more. Yeah. So I'm not a night person. I'm a morning person. I like to see the day. I don't like being out at night where I can't see like what's going on. I like nature.
Yeah. So you sound like you live a very holistic lifestyle. Yes. Try to stay natural.
Yeah.
So you don't do any or anything.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like for our age, that's so rare these days.
Yeah, and especially. I would, like, if, like, everybody was, like, if I was with a really cool group and they're like, hey, we're smoking, like, it's not that I'm, like, completely against anything or, like, a sober person. I just, typically live 100% sober life. Nice. But if I was around it, I'd be cool. I would hit it.
You can hang a little bit.
Yeah.
I saw you were a stunt woman for a bit. What was that like?
Crazy. I have way too many broken bones and but it was so fun. I feel like for me, when I started acting when I was 21, I was like, how am I going to stand out? Like there's so many blonde girls in the acting scene. Like how am I going to be different? And so I grew up a gymnast, and so I could always flip and trick, and I've always been fearless. So I was like, maybe if I like start doing stunts, I'm going to stand out. And then that really worked for me on social media. And now I've done just the stupidest stuff around the world, and it's been so fun.
Wow. So what was the craziest stunt you pulled off?
The scariest one for me was probably when I went to jail in Egypt for climbing the pyramids of Giza, only because I was in Egyptian jail. Right. So that was a little scary. But standing on top of an airplane, no parachute, that one took a lot of training.
Whoa, that sounds crazy.
Yeah, that one was really crazy.
How high up were you?
We were at like 2,000 feet, so
if you fell, you would have been
dead. Yeah, but I was harnessed.
Okay.
So, but it's crazy because you climb out of the plane once you're in the air, and like the wind hits you, and you're like, "What am I doing?" You know? Right. So, yeah, but I feel like my team always has crazy things. They're like, come to me, and they're like, "Want to jump off this skyscraper?" I'm like, "Guys, come on, it's getting out of control now." And invest into real estate so I can retire.
Playing is safe now.
Yeah, from stunts.
What was the worst injury you had from a stunt?
Nothing. I broke my ankle skydiving, like a dust devil when I was coming in on landing. So I dropped like 40 feet.
What's a dust devil?
So like in the heat of the summer,
Yeah.
the dust goes up like this, like kind of like a little mini tornado.
Oh, okay. Shout out to today's sponsor, Articulate. I know all of you want to hit revenue targets, get that new launch done, scale your business. Well, making sure your team knows what to do and how to do it, well, that's a huge part of that. I'm sure you all do different kinds of training, and I'm sure you've probably used tools like PowerPoint, Zoom, etc. And I bet you probably get super bored when someone at your company is explaining you how to use these tools. That's why I really love this tool, Articulate 360. It makes it easy to whip together interactive, really beautiful learning that really engages people and gets info across. You're no longer falling asleep during presentations. You can create short form, micro learning, super interactive courses, and really whatever you need. With our attention spans these days dropping, something like this is super valuable. With a couple of clicks, you can send it out and check on your progress. The team can also check back in on the training anytime they want in a super simple portal. Literally everyone I know uses Articulate, over 120,000 companies in all 100 of the Fortune 500. Check it out today at articulate.com/360 to start a free trial.
So when it caught my parachute collapsed.
Oh.
And then I fell 40 feet right onto my ankle. And yeah, that one was pretty bad. But that was a pretty easy recovery, honestly. Then I broke my shoulder. I was filming this video, which I don't even want to say out loud because I still need to finish the video because I've never finished it. But it was the most epic California day. So I'm a pilot. So I flew the helicopter from LA to Big Bear.
Mm-hmm.
And
what was that?
Yeah. And so from LA to Big Bear, I flew the helicopter. So that was going to be leg one. And then we were going to snowboard. And then from snowboarding, we were going to skydive out of the helicopter. And then we were going to surf. And so it was going to be the most epic California day, right?
Yeah.
And my first stop is snowboarding, and I broke my shoulder.
You had to cancel the whole day.
And I flew the helicopter. So now we're in Big Bear, and I'm like,
so you couldn't even fly back.
All right, guys, can somebody else be the pilot? Like,
how'd you get your license? Was that hard?
Yeah, it was honestly really, really hard. It took me almost 2 years. During and there was like nothing else going on. So I was like, okay, I can finally lock down and do this.
Yeah.
But it's a lot because you have ground school and you have flight hours. So the ground school is really intense. So you have to learn physics and aerodynamics of a helicopter and like know every detail of the mechanics. So It's so much to learn. And then you have to learn about weather and the radio calls. It's like learning a different language, you know? And then you have to have 80 hours to test. So takes a long time.
So you can only fly helicopters?
Yeah, but if I want to go get my plane license, which I really do right now, you can't become a helicopter pilot from an airplane pilot, but I can become an airplane pilot.
Oh, really? Why do they do that though?
Because it's way harder to fly helicopters. So now I just need to go fly 20 hours in an airplane and I'll have my license.
Oh, wow.
Which is super easy because I could do it in a month.
Why is it harder?
It's just so different. Like with a helicopter, there's no autopilot. There's so much going on. Like you have 3 controls. You have your pedals, your cyclic, your collective. So you're literally juggling constantly.
Wow.
So you have so much to pay attention to versus like all my friends who are helicopter pilots who fly planes now, they say it's like
so easy.
It's like anybody could do it. Yeah. Like you take off, you autopilot, and then you land. Like,
they have auto land now too, I heard.
Really? Yeah. So it's so easy.
Yeah, I was talking to a pilot. He said there's auto land and auto takeoff now.
Yeah, so you literally do nothing, which I think would be a little bit boring, but
definitely boring because they be falling asleep sometimes on those long flights.
I'm like, I can't imagine, but I want this really cool plane that lands on sea and land so that I can like go to Tahoe with my friends or something. Like we all pack in, go land on the lake.
How would it land on sea?
So it has flotation devices like a seaplane.
Wow.
But then it also has wheels so you can land on a runway.
That's cool. It's like a hovercraft almost.
Yeah, it's such a cool plane. And it fits 8. So it would be like I could pack all my friends in there. We can go wherever.
Nice. Yeah, it's definitely handy when you have that because you can just go wherever you want, not have to deal with customer service at the airport.
Yeah, and it's just fun. Like it's always been like I love adventure and it's part of content. So for me to be able to like throw a surfboard in and be like, let's go to San Diego. Like I can't do that in the heli right now.
Right.
I loved flying the heli when I lived in Puerto Rico because you can fly all around the island. You can land at restaurants. Like
really? You
can land on the beach. Like you can get around the entire island versus like driving would take like 3 hours.
Yeah.
But in LA, there's so much restrictions. Like it's not really fun.
So you can't really land wherever you want?
No, like even if my friend had a helipad in Malibu, I can't land.
Really?
There's like the neighbors will complain. You have to get so many clearances. Like it's ridiculous.
That's annoying. How far can they go? Like if you wanted to go LA to Vegas, is that too far?
Yeah, I would have to stop for fuel.
Okay.
I could maybe make it to Vegas. Maybe.
Yeah.
It would just take me like maybe, it'd probably take me 2 hours, two and a half.
I've only seen them go like short distances, so I was
That's
wondering.
the other thing. Like, it's not like I'm gonna and having my cyclic for 3 hours, like your shoulders on
It's like
fire.
a workout, right?
Yeah, like it's not fun. Like when I had to do my 3-hour night cross country, like you're dying. You just want to get out.
Yeah.
Like it's not comfortable.
I feel that. You ever see anything crazy? UFOs or
weird
animals?
No, nothing crazy.
Okay. There's this whole UFO trend right now, you know?
I know. Wait, so are you into it?
I'm into it. They just announced yesterday, right? There was some Congress hearing about it.
I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like they're pretty real.
Yeah, I feel like all that stuff is really real. I've always accepted it. Like, yeah, it's real.
Yeah. I feel like if they wanted to do something, they would have done it by now.
Yeah, I feel like they're just like, they probably the same way we look at them. Like, they're intrigued.
Yeah.
Unless they take over, but that's okay.
That'd be interesting. Can't be worse than what we got now, right?
Yeah, literally. Somebody needs to take over at this point.
Yeah. So you mentioned Puerto Rico earlier. How long were you there?
2 years.
Nice. And you moved there for tax benefits?
Yeah.
Probably saved a ton of money.
Yeah, it was honestly incredible. And the networking, like the people there, everybody's an entrepreneur. Everybody's super friendly. Like, it's just such a cool place. You drive your golf cart and you're like, hey, and they're like, hey, I'm Bob. Like, I own $1 billion hedge fund. And you're like, oh, let's grab lunch. It's just such a strange place, right?
Yeah.
So it was really, really cool. And then I learned Spanish. So it was nice.
Wow. Yeah, I'm all about networking. I like putting myself in the right spots. So.
Oh, that's everything. Like, I'll grab lunch with anybody I can because I learn so much from them.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only reason I've been able to build my businesses, you know, is like utilizing these connections while we have it, right? I'm like, DM everyone, hey, want to grab lunch?
That's awesome. Yeah, you built a pretty sizable real estate portfolio, right?
Yeah.
So how did you get into that? Did you have a mentor? Did you have guidance?
So I had got my real estate license when I was like 20. And it was because when I moved to LA from my small town, it was like I kept seeing real estate investors and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's what I got to do. You know, this billionaire told me, he was like, I don't pay taxes. He lives in California. He's got his yacht. He's got his crazy mansion. I'm like, you don't pay taxes? And that was like mind blowing to me. And he was like, no, like I own real estate. And so for me, it was always like, I'm going to own real estate, you know, especially like the passive income thing and like being a female, like I can't wait. Like I'm so driven, but I also like am going to be so excited to be a mom. So I can't wait to like invest all my money now and have passive income that like if I want to work, I can. If I don't want to work, I don't have to. You know, I can be an involved mom. So I feel like it's like the perfect path. So I'm so frugal. All of my social media money goes directly into real estate.
Wow.
Everything.
That's crazy. That's good discipline right there.
Yeah.
Because a lot of social media people, they blow their money, honestly.
Yeah. And now I have a fund. I help other creators invest into real estate so that they don't spend their money, you know? I'm like, I want to like I work with my agency on like a wealth management direction for other girls so I can show them like, hey, you can do it too. You don't have to stress. And then we set them up for the future.
That's cool because it's hard to get in the space, honestly.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing.
It's so scary.
It's kind of scary almost, yeah.
So scary. And I spent years and it's been like so tough. And even the units I own now, like I own with partners who have been doing this for 20 years because I want to know, I want to learn everything from them, but I want their expertise. I want to make sure when I'm buying right. They've been through recessions. They've been through it all, that I know my money's safe or my creators that invest with us are safe.
Yeah. Is there a recession right now or did it happen yet? I don't know where it's at, the market.
Yeah, I think there'll be a dip for sure. But the cool thing about long-term holds is like you don't lose until you sell, right? So over a 30-year trajectory, you're going to go up. So it's like, yeah, there's going to be ups and downs throughout it all, but you're holding. So it's not like you're looking at it and like, unless you deferred on your loan or something crazy. But we do a lot of subject to or seller finance. So we're not based on the bank or the interest rates right now. Got it.
Yeah, if you're just holding, the problem is when people need to liquidate, then they lose money, I think.
Yeah, and we flipped to, like this year I flipped $6 million in real estate. It's scary now for flipping. Like now I'm taking a pause on that because with the market and where it's at, it's just too risky. Like there's different like economic cycles and times of the market that you do each strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, you see those fix and flip television shows. They make it look easy, man.
Yeah,
but it's not right?
Oh my, and that was so like with trying to run social media and the flipping business, it was just
too
much. Like I was gonna go crazy.
Yeah,
it's like every day. Like you never think things are gonna go wrong, but when you have so many houses going on at once, it's like every day is a crazy problem. But it was fun. I liked it because I like design.
Yeah. Oh, you would walk in and tell people what to do, basically?
Yeah, all of it. Buy all of our materials, do all the design, plan everything.
What about Airbnb rentals? Did you get into that at all?
Yeah, we had 2 Airbnb rentals. They were luxury, and I hated them.
Really?
I absolutely hated them. Honestly, people are so, maybe it's in the luxury market.
Yeah.
They would like, these sheets aren't ironed. Like, they were so crazy, and there was always something. And it's just a tough market. Like, to really actually cash flow in California is not Airbnb friendly. So dealing with the city and actually getting permitted to have an Airbnb, like, you can't do it's. So you have to do it under the radar, and then you get caught, and then you get fines.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's for me.
Yeah, Vegas is like that. My friend tried doing it under the table, and then someone from Airbnb knocked at their door.
Yeah.
Yeah, they send people. It's crazy.
Really, and then you get fines, and then you're like, well, what are we gonna do now? So maybe it's just California. I hate buying real estate in California.
Yeah, all the property tax and everything. It seems like you got a lot going against you in Cali.
Oh, yeah. I only want to invest in red states.
Yeah. People are leaving. Like, didn't Wahlberg just sell his house?
Yeah.
He's in Vegas now.
Everybody's leaving. I don't know if I could do the weather in Vegas, but I definitely don't think California's forever for me.
Yeah. So what are you looking at now? Because you've been over 50 countries, so you've seen the world. Like,
yes.
What spots excite you?
I think I'll always, like, my goal in life will be to be able to have houses in so many different places. But I can't say where I'll end up because who knows who I'm going to marry, who I'm going to be with, you know? Right. So I think that would be super dependent because what I realized is I'm super adaptable. I can live anywhere. Like, I've spent so many times in every part of the world. But as long as you have community, you know, if you make friends, you can live anywhere and like it. It doesn't matter the weather. It doesn't, honestly, you could just, so if I have my people, if I have a great guy by my side and I have great friends, I'm open to being anywhere.
Yeah. How's the dating scene in LA? I've heard terrible things about it.
I'm freshly single, so I'm not 100% sure yet. I am really nervous, but luckily, like, the guys that I'm dating now, like, it's been like friends of friends or I know them. Okay. So it hasn't been too bad, or they're not in LA. Like, I'll fully travel and meet somebody, you know? So, but yeah, it's like Neverland. People don't grow up. Right. And there's unlimited options. So yeah, it's tough.
People are spoiled, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use like Raya, Tinder, anything?
I have Raya, yeah.
Okay. How's that up?
I just got it, so I actually haven't gone. Well, I had it 2 years ago, and I like went on dates, and I actually met some nice guys that I ended up dating. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's like anything. You just got to weed out the bad ones. You know, just go on more dates, and if they suck, like, okay, cool. Yeah. Grab coffee, grab dinner, and that's it. Never talk to them.
So what are you looking for on a date? Like looks, personality, money? Like, what's the balance ratio for you?
I'm a sapiosexual, so I really am stimulated intellectually. Like, I like a guy that like I can learn from, who like is doing big things because I want so much from life and I'm doing big things. So I have to be like inspired by them. Like, I feel like with some of my exes, like I was always bringing them up, making them better in so many ways. And like, I really want someone who's making me better, you know, like who wants, like makes me get up earlier or like makes me like achieve more in my business. Like, so I'm really looking for someone who inspires me, that I respect a lot. And that's very secure. Nice. Because my life is so different probably than a lot of women. Like, I'm always traveling. I'm always gone. So I need a secure guy. Right. Who like supports me in my career. And then, yeah. So looks are like not as important to me.
So you could date any culture, any height, any weight? Yeah, I like tall. Okay. But yeah, I do like tall. That one would be hard for me.
Dating
a guy shorter than you?
Oh, never shorter than me, but I'm pretty short, so that wouldn't. I'm 5'5", so unless he's like really short.
It's a comfort thing for girls, right?
Yeah, I like 6 foot at least.
Yeah, girls always say that number. 5'11" guys get so pissed when people say that.
But if he was amazing and like swept me off my feet, so intellectual and just so driven, and we just connected, fine, I can do it. 5'10", we'll do it.
I feel that. Yeah, 2 inches at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many more important like things you have to worry about, right?
Now, you were in a public relationship, so what was that like? Because some people just have huge falling outs and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, what was that like mentally?
I've never talked publicly negative about him. But it was really tough. Like, going through that breakup, especially. That's why, like, I don't know if I would do that again. Right. People are so involved in your life. And And then when it all was happening, like, you know, you're getting reached out to by every news outlet, like, what happened? And I've just never been that person, like, even though he was so terrible to me in the end, I still would never, like, I just knew he had so much to lose if I was public about it. So I never wanted to, I always wanted to be the bigger person in that. But lately, he has just been on a rampage going on podcasts. So, like, and we broke up 4 years ago.
Whoa.
And he's like, yeah, I lost the love of my life, blah, blah, blah. But then he'll go on to say negative things. I'm like, God, I have so much to say. But I'm not going to.
Wow,
like,
you took the high road on that one.
Yeah, I tried because I also don't want to open that door. Like,
yeah.
He would do it for views and keep going. I already know. So I don't want to open that door.
Yeah.
Because then we're just going to have like a public going off on each other. And like, I don't really like to associate with him anymore.
I feel that.
I'm at such a different place
yeah.
than when I was with him. And so he's really made some bad decisions in his life, and I don't want to be associated with that, you know?
I'm seeing all these studies now when people are actually more public with their relationship, they're genuinely more unhappy.
I saw that today.
Yeah.
And honestly, because that's something I struggle with, is after dating him was with other guys who don't quite have a following, but they always want to be posted, right? And for me, like, after going through a public relationship, I'm like, I want that for me. Like, right. I want that to be my private life. Like, I don't really want to share a guy on my social media until, like, I'm engaged. Like, if I have a ring on my finger, you can go on the gram.
Wow.
Until then, like, I don't really want to. And I know that's probably, like, that's always been hard on them. But then I'm like, well, why are you dating me? Are you dating me because I have a following? Like, I feel like an ingenuine.
That's so weird for a guy to ask a girl that. Like, I would never do that.
Yeah, but then they're like, well, why are you hiding me? Is it because you want to date other guys? And I'm like, genuinely, I just know, like, there was an ex that I was with, and I posted him, and he just got so much hate. It was hard for him to handle.
Really?
Like, he's not used to.
Why do you get hate?
I guess because they're used to my ex. I don't know. Or
Vitaly's fans were backing him up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably. And I'm like, I don't want to get them involved in that. Like, you know, they're not used to that. They don't live a public life. Like, a comment for them that's negative is hard to deal with. For me, I'm so used to it. I'm like, okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Don't read it. They're like, what do you mean? Don't read it.
Yeah, I just ignore them. It used to get to me, honestly, but I've gotten better. Negative comments.
Yeah, it doesn't affect you now?
Some of them, but all of them used to, honestly. But now I'm better, I think.
Yeah.
It comes with time.
It comes with time.
Yeah. They're just projecting, so it's not actually towards you 100%. Most of the time.
And now you have to think about it. Like, the best way I think about it is like, wow, you follow me. Yeah. And, like, you're so invested in my life that you know these details that you actually care. It's probably more of an envy than a hate.
Right.
You know? And so I'm like, thanks so much for the support. Like, really?
Yeah.
You keep on engaging in my content.
Yeah. I'll see, like, comments like, I'm unfollowing you, and then I'll click on their profile, and they still follow.
They always do. That's what I'm saying. Like, for some reason, they're still so interested in your life. So I'm like, you're supporting me at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, whether you think it or not. Like, when whatever you need to deal with in your own self. Like, I pray that you deal with that.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think you could be friends with an ex?
No.
Why?
I've just never been able to. I don't know. I think if there's still feelings there, I think it's just too, what's the point, right? Like, those were a relationship and it was beautiful and it shaped who you are. But I don't think, I mean, this last ex that I have, I would love to be his friend just because he's an amazing person. But there's too much feelings there for him. So I think that would just hurt him more than anything.
Interesting.
Do you think you can be?
Honestly, no. And I have an even stronger take. So I don't really have that many girlfriends.
Right. And like, you're in a healthy relationship.
Yeah, 6-year relationship. And I just feel like if I had brought girls to the house or whatever, it'd be kind of weird.
I agree. I think there's a certain line. Like, if I'm in a relationship, there's no way I go hang with a guy friend by myself. I would never. I mean, I have business meetings and things like that. But even when I'm in a relationship, like running a business, I won't take dinner meetings.
Wow.
Like, I try and be very respectful about that just because I don't want them to feel like, you know, me out to dinner with this guy, successful guy, even if it's for business. Like, I say, let's do lunch, let's do coffee if I'm in a relationship, you know? So I think there's certain levels of like respect, and I just don't know if a guy and a girl can be alone. Yeah. 100%. If you have a significant other, I think it's somewhat disrespectful.
I think it is, because just human nature, you can't fight against it, you know?
Yeah.
There's going to be some sort of attraction sometimes.
And all my exes are like, they don't want to be friends with you.
It's
I'm like,
cap. It's cap.
Like, well, I think they do. Why not?
You could call any guy that they consider you a friend right now and they would want to hook up with you.
Yeah. But then what if you just never let them? So
yeah. So you just friend zone people.
That's still their intention, right? So their intention. So yeah, that's really, even single, I don't have that many guy friends. Like I have guy friends, we hang out in a group. Mm-hmm. And honestly, my guy friends are my friends' boyfriends who I'm like so close with.
Right.
But it's not like I just have like tons of guy friends.
That scares me when girls have a lot of guy friends.
Yeah.
For some reason.
But then it's the girls, like they do seek a lot of validation from men. It really is kind of like, and if they end up hooking up with them, I don't really know any opposite friends who've never really hooked up.
I can't think of any, honestly. Right. There's always that tension. Like, it's human nature.
Oh, we slipped up this time, but now never again. I'm like, well, how do you know?
Yeah. If it happened once, I mean, it's bound to happen again. It's going to happen
again, 100%.
So where are you at now? You just got out of a relationship?
Yes.
And you need some time to cool off, or?
Yeah, I think I want to be single. I think for me, and guys say the opposite, which is funny, but I think as a female, like my career always suffers when I'm with a guy.
Really?
I don't know why. Like because I'm a giver and I give so much to them that I put my like career a little bit on the back. So when I'm single, I'm crushing it. Like I just bought a 160 unit apartment complex right now. I'm thriving. Like I have so much time. Every day is for me instead of like, what can I do for them?
Right.
So I'm just at the point right now where I'm like at such a high vibration that I'm like, I know the next guy I'm going to attract is going to be amazing.
Nice.
But I like, and they're not going to drive me down, but I want like to go in right now, just fully focus on being alone, being the best version of myself and not really looking, and it'll probably come. But I'm dating, but I'm just dating to have fun.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. You can really drag your partner down without even realizing it. I've seen it in a lot of relationships.
They're like, why are you like, because I travel a lot and I get opportunity, and they're like, well, do you have to go here for 2 weeks? You know, and then I would be like, oh, no, I won't go, or I won't take this business meeting, or I won't take this opportunity. So you really miss out on so much. Yeah.
So how often are you traveling? Every month or?
Yeah. Probably.
For 2 weeks?
Well, when I'm in a relationship, no.
Okay.
Single, I'm always gone because I have nowhere, you know. But when I was in a relationship, not that much.
Okay.
And that's what gets tough. It's like.
Yeah. Because you got to travel and do meetings and go to conferences and stuff.
And yeah, and create content. So
yeah,
it's like it's my life and I love it.
Nice. So what's the content strategy? Because you've been able to make millions off social media, which very few people have been. So what's sort of the approach there?
So forever I did stunts. And that was so I would go to the craziest parts of the world and do the most unique adventure travel. And that always did really, really good views wise. And then so now, I mean, I still do a lot of adventure travel and a lot of sports. Like I get a lot of my brand deals from sports content.
Yeah.
So I would say like athlete, stunt woman, that's kind of always what set me apart. So it depends on the days, but like, yeah, I'm posting on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, like almost every day. So you have to be constantly pushing and coming up with new ideas. And so even with my last ex, I really this last year but I was also really focused on real estate and it was hard to do both. But this last year I really took a pause. So I'm so ready to go back into it. So I'm going to Patagonia at the end of the month.
Nice.
Or I guess end of August. So we're going to do a bunch of adventure travel there. And then I think we'll go to New Zealand and then Tonga.
Wow. So, you got a great life. I mean, you get to travel the world, experience so many cultures.
Yeah.
And make money while doing it. I mean, not many people can pull that off.
That's why, like, I really stopped this year because I was flipping real estate, right? And that was my main focus. I was just like going. And then I really was like, I'm so blessed with social media. Like, I truly have the best job in the world. Why am I like, because I was like, that's not a real career. Like, I want to be a businesswoman. Like, I was fighting it so hard. And then after, like, I was like, why am I fighting this? Like, I got to milk this while I can. Like, I have the best job in the world. Like, why would I? Like, so now I can make my money in social media and then invest it all into real estate. I don't need to be a full-time real estate investor because I'm a full-time content creator. And that is a job. That is a business. Like, I treat it like a business. I have team meetings and we have content plans and I time block my time. I'm like, Snapchat 9, 10 o'clock Instagram, whatever, it's like, if you treat it like a business, you'll grow like a business.
Right. I've heard Snapchat's paying out bags. Is that true?
So, yeah, it's crazy.
I can't believe, like, they just popped out of nowhere and now they're paying the most.
They're paying the most. Like, you'll make more on Snapchat than you do on
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't, was it Bryce Hall or Dobrik making, like, $1 million a month or something crazy?
Crazy. Yeah, I think Dobrik's making $1 million a month.
I just saw photos, right?
Literally, but you have to post 50 to 100 a day.
Why so many?
It's just how it works because they go through so fast, and then when you put an ad in, so how it works is you make money on the ads in Snapchat. So the more you post, the more ads you can fill in. So if you have 100 snaps in the day, you can fill in 6 ads in that one day, and then you make more.
So I'm not posting enough then. I'm only posting twice a day on there.
Are you a creator?
Yeah, I'm verified.
You gotta, and it's gotta be like photos. Like mine
are videos.
Stories.
Okay.
It's so different. Like that's what I realized because I was just posting a bunch of videos.
Yeah.
It's literally like, imagine Snap. Like you're like, podcast, hey, food that I'm eating, what's up? Like meet my friend.
Wow.
Like, but I have a team that helps me.
I don't take any photos of myself or anything, so I gotta start doing
that. Like look at Dobrik's. Like, go check his out and you'll see what to do.
I didn't know that's how it worked because I wasn't making any money. I was only posting twice a day and they were videos.
Yeah. What follower do you have right now?
Only like 10K.
Yeah, you need 50.
Oh, you need
to
50?
Monetize. Yeah.
Oh.
It'll take you long to get there.
Yeah.
I got to 50 in 2 months of being consistent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's like a For You page, right? Basically.
Yeah.
And that's how you gain.
Yeah. The more you post, the more you'll be on the For You page.
Nice.
But like your audience loves podcasts, so I don't know what it would be on Snapchat.
Maybe like behind the scenes footage of the guests or something, or
literally like have your team or whoever just like take a bunch of snaps when you're there and be like, what should I ask Kinsey today? What should you know what I mean?
Smart.
Like, and you have to put little captions because people engage with that. They're like, oh my God, ask her.
Oh yeah, you got to type on it too.
Yeah.
Wow. So you must have a team just posting for you because 100 a day is.
You have to.
Yeah.
So I'll give them so much content like constantly.
Yeah.
And then they'll repurpose stuff, ask questions, get them engaged.
Smart.
To help me grow.
Can you schedule it or do you have to post like live every time?
You can schedule it for sure.
Okay.
You know, when I'm traveling, that's what it helps too. When I'm traveling, I'm doing so much more. Like if I'm in my office and I'm doing real estate stuff, like I never post Snap because like nobody cares, you know? They're but when I'm traveling doing fun stuff, it's so easy for me to hit 100 snaps a day because you so much, you know? You're just like
wow.
And you don't care. Like it's not like I edit any of it or anything. It's literally like just a million pictures of myself throughout the day.
Nice.
So you follow along and people go so fast through.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the attention span these days is 2 seconds.
But I get nervous because I'm putting a lot of effort into Snap right now. And I'm like, you know, every platform eventually stops paying.
Cycles.
Yeah. They get you on the platform and then they stop paying.
Instagram.
So I'm like, are you guys going to stop?
Yeah.
Because I love Snapchat money.
Yeah. Instagram stops right when I was getting a ton of views. I was like, ah.
Do you post on the For You page right now, though?
Yeah.
You have great views.
Yeah, I'm getting 50 million views a month.
Insane.
On Instagram and Facebook. But like, I'm not monetized there because they removed it.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's still the views if you can get them to somewhere else.
Yeah. So if I could get them to Snap.
Do you get brand deals, though, from it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's so minimal compared to other avenues.
What about Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on the Reels, but I don't think I'm monetized there.
Yeah, but if you can do compilations or if they're above 3 minutes, you can make so much.
Okay. Yeah, mine are like a minute, so I got to just start combining them, I guess.
Combining them, exactly. Like there was times of Vitaly was making 300,000 to 500,000 a month on Facebook. Yeah,
that's a lot.
You can make a lot. Like I had actually a reel that wasn't that long. It was above a minute, but it got 100 million views.
Jeez.
And I think I made 50 grand off that.
On Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. What about YouTube? You make a lot there?
No, honestly, that's the one platform I'm not on top of.
Yeah.
I post shorts, of course, because it's the same as TikToks, because I post TikTok every day. But it's tough.
Yeah, I'm only making like 2K a month.
It's hard because you film everything this way.
Yeah.
So to film it sideways for YouTube is just like the most extra step. So.
Oh, you're supposed to do it this way?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Even with shorts though?
No, shorts. But
okay.
Shorts haven't been doing well for me. Like I never get views on shorts.
1 out of 100 will do well for me.
Yeah, it's like only my YouTube videos that do good.
Yeah, the shorts are so hard to crack. And it took 3 months just to even get like 5K on a video. But then once you get that one breakthrough, I think kind of snowballs.
I don't know what's happening with mine because I've been posting like crazy on there.
Really? How many?
I've probably posted at least 100.
Yeah, once you have that first one, then you'll see.
Gaining traction.
Yeah.
Now I'm uploading on the For You page on Instagram and not to my page.
Oh, you could do that?
Yeah.
Oh, did that just come out?
Nobody knows this, so I hate saying this.
This won't come out for 3 months, so we're good.
Yeah.
Spill the beans.
My editor is like, he's from India, and he's literally my ride or die. Like, this guy I love with all my heart. He's been with me for like 5 years, and he was like, comes to me, he's like, we can upload to the For You page and not. He always comes to me with new that he finds, and nobody knows about it still. And my girlfriend, she posts on TikTok all the time, been popping off on TikTok, but she had like 40,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah. He's been doing the same for her. Now she's almost at 200K in like a month on Instagram from growing. Like, whoa. Videos are hitting like 10 million, and they're not going to my followers. So it's all new audience.
Whoa. Yeah. How do you do that though?
So there's a button that says post only to the For You.
Really? I never saw that.
All my content, all my old that like I posted for years on TikTok, because I have thousands of TikToks now. Right. You know? He just takes every day and posts on the For You page. And bad, I archive it.
Wow.
But you never know what's going to hit. Like 2 videos last week hit 2 million for me.
Is this on TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram.
Yo.
Because I haven't grown on Instagram in forever.
It's super hard.
So this was like, finally I'm growing.
It's super hard. It used to be so easy.
Yeah.
I think it just got saturated.
Yeah, but for the last 2 years, it's been hard.
Way too hard. Yeah. I mean, I used to grow like nonstop without trying.
Now it's crazy.
You used to be able to run like Facebook ads and get followers for $1.
Yeah.
Or like do shout outs with other people and just grow like thousands every post.
Oh my God, I remember that.
S for S.
Yeah.
Yeah, those used to work well.
Yeah, super well.
Yeah.
So, but for some reason, it's been glitching the last week for me, and it's posting to my followers. So him and I are trying to navigate the tech of that. But yeah, that's the new hack. Nobody knows about it. So if this goes viral, guys, you heard it here first.
You heard it here. Well, what are you working on next, and where can people find you?
Well, now I'm single, so I am creating like crazy.
DM her, guys.
So this is the time to follow me, because content's going to be really, really good. Posting back every single day. And so you can find me at Kinsey on Instagram, at Kinsey Lansky on TikTok, and YouTube, and all the platforms, Facebook, everything, Snapchat. Follow me on Snapchat. That's where you can find me the best, because I post 100 a day. So yeah, I'm working on so many crazy stunts and fun things and collabs, and so it's going to be really exciting. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for coming on. I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.